Who is Chris Moynihan? He is a dad, a husband, and a grandfather.
I grew up in a small little village in County Kerry in Ireland. We grew up in a house without any running water, electricity, had an open fire, no stove, and it was very primitive. To get water to drink, we had to go about a mile to get a pail of water out of a spring well on the ground. So we brought it home. We drank out of that. The water for washing our stuff, we got out of a barrel that was under a downspout. So when it rained, the water came down the downspout and went into the barrel. And that's how we washed. We really never took any baths or anything because we didn't have a tub. We didn't have a washroom. We just had a wash basin. I always knew that I was going to come out here. So it was just a question of waiting until I was old enough, which turned out in my case to be 16. My sister sent me the applications that you needed, the papers you needed. And when you fill them out, you got called up to Dublin. And I got out here when I was 16, and it was exciting. Ellen, we took a taxi from the airport back to her where she lived. She lived on the third floor of a three-decker in Charlestown, Massachusetts. And after we got in, the first thing she said to me, there's a bathroom, there's a tub, get in there and take a tub. I had never taken a tub, so I didn't really know what to do. But I got in there and I navigated through it and eventually got to like it, I guess. And my first job was in Boston in what's now Macy's. It was Jordan Marsh at the time. I was a stock boy in the cosmetic department. I loved it. It was right downtown, crossing, and it was a really great place to be because you stepped outside the door and you seen all kinds of people, which was all new to me. Everything was new to me. Riding the subway was exciting because you're seeing all different people, and I loved it. After the first week I was here, my first or second week, I was only 16, and my sister arranged for me to go to the Irish dance with a girlfriend of hers that was much older. But anyway, I went to the dance and I met somebody I knew, and I didn't come home with this lady, right? My sister got really mad. She says, I'm going to deport you. I'm going to send you back, right? I was getting ready to take off because I believed her. But anyway, the great thing about the Irish dances was you went down this Saturday night. If you didn't like what was there was a whole new group out the following week because it was the height of immigration, and there was a whole new bunch of Irish that came out each week, which was really unique. And there was more girls than there was guys, which was pretty good, you know. So at those dance halls, there was no drinking in those days. You couldn't drink alcohol in them, but all the guys sat on one side and the women sat on the other side, and you had to go over there to ask them to dance. And a lot of times you got turned down and you had to walk all the way back to the other side of the hall with your tail between your legs. And every so often they play a lady's choice. So when they played a lady, you know what a lady's choice is? The lady has a choice to ask somebody to dance. So when they did that, Rennie come flying across the hall. She outrun all the other ones. She says, would you like to dance? And I says, oh yeah, okay. You know, so, and then I says, would you like to come up on the balcony and have a we used to call it tonic in those days with like Coke, you know? She says, yeah, I'd like that. So we went up on the balcony and, you know, Granny started making out with me and never got to finish my Coke. We got married in 1965. Then we had 3 kids. I forget their names, but we had 3 kids. Carol, Michael, and Debbie. But what I really enjoy and what we both talk about all the time is how much time we have with you guys. We're very lucky that we got married young. That was the benefit of getting married young. We were able to spend a lot of time with you guys. We were able to see you as babies, and we were able to be with you guys all your life pretty much into adulthood. And not many people can do that, can experience that. So that was really a bonus.
He's very generous, caring, lovable, wants to try to do good all the time, but he can be fiery at times too. But a great worker, great ethics. I mean, always been a great worker, great provider.
So Pops is a great guy. He's my grandfather, but he's more like a friend. He's kind of hip. That's why we call him Hip Pops. We don't call him that for nothing. Pops is like one of my best friends. I think he's really cool, fun to hang out with. I've enjoyed my time. I'm gonna miss him this summer because I'm not living with him anymore. But hopefully I'll see him again. Coronavirus stops.
Pops is my dad, my kid's grandfather, a person that taught me a lot over the years. I hope I don't start to cry, but when we thought our dog Clancy had for a long time, so we thought he was going to be put to sleep because it was about 15 years. So I called my father crying my eyes out, and him and my mother jumped in the car, and they came up and they helped us bring him over to the doctor's office. And as me and my daughter continued to cry with the dog in the car, they were very calming. And we went in and, you know, just things like that. So, I mean, that's just the basic things that you learn from your parents. You know, try to be a good person, try to work hard, try to take care of family. My dad, who everyone calls Pops now, is a great guy, great man, but a good father, good grandfather, and I really love him. And I hope they can come home soon.